I was born to live, live to ride, ride to live. I was born to ride. American built, we forever unite. If that's the deal, I was born to ride. Out of Tampa to Miami, Daytona, Tallahassee, from the East Coast to the West Side, here in Florida, we were born to ride. I was born to live, live to ride, ride to live. I was born to ride. American built, we forever unite. If that's the deal, I was born to ride.
Born to Ride is brought to you in part by 866 Law Friend. Ride safe, ride smart. Offices in Palm Harbor. Thanks for tuning in, Born to Ride. This week we have a great show as we travel with Jim Miller as he heads up the eastern seaboard to Laconia, New Hampshire's famous bike rally and beyond. So tonight we go on the tour of tours right here only on Born to Ride.
I'm Charlie Daniels. You're watching Born to Ride.
The trip had been planned for months. With limited time off from work, we decided to blast up the East Coast on I-95, passing through Philadelphia and New York City on our way to Laconia, New Hampshire for Bike Week 2005. Once in the Northeast, we planned a side trip to Nova Scotia to see the world's highest tides in the Bay of Fundy. A high-speed ferry would then take us across the Atlantic to Bar Harbor, Maine, to begin the ride home. The trip back to Tampa would be slower and more relaxed. We planned to ride the entire length of Skyline Drive and the Blue Ridge Parkway, stopping in western North Carolina to challenge the tail of the dragon at Deal's Gap, and then move on to the majestic Cherohala Skyway before heading home.
Hi, I'm Jim Miller with another edition of On the Road. It's summertime again, and the road's calling me for a long trip. This time, me and the boys are headed north to Laconia, one of the United States' oldest bike rallies. And we've already driven through about 130 miles of rain, so we're going to get back on the road. Stay tuned for more.
By the time we reached New York City, the rain had been replaced by heat, humidity, and traffic. Traffic, more traffic, tolls, and heat were with us until we reached New Hampshire for a much-needed rest. We awoke on our first morning outside of Laconia to a dark sky filled with rain. A light mist followed us on the 50-mile ride, letting up just as we approached the edge of town. A few sprinkles continued as we made our way down the strip, which is like Main Street in Daytona or Sturgis. Laconia was celebrating 82 years of Bike Week at the famous Weirs Beach. An estimated 300,000 bikers jammed the strip, undaunted by the rain and the mud, to show off their bikes and bodies in a week-long celebration of freedom on the road. Some bikers even arrived on the Weirs Beach shuttle. The vendors were there too. Pins, patches, jackets, and chaps. Ah, yes, the chaps.
Hey, baby, how much?
$50. That's right, $50 for these chaps.
While the party in Daytona and Sturgis is spread out over many square miles, the crowd in Laconia seems to be confined to a relatively small area, making traffic a real nightmare. With attendance increasing every year, it seemed to us that the crowd might soon outgrow the town.
From Weirs Beach, you're watching Born to Ride.
Well, Laconia and Weirs Beach was packed, muddy, couldn't get around, so we're going to go for another ride. Where are we going, Troy?
Well, we were going to go to Kankamangas Highway. We decided it's too weather much up there, so we're going to 104 to 4 to 11 to 114 to 77 through South Weir, and it turns into 13 at Mount Vernon, takes us right into Milford, New Hampshire. Get ourselves a nice little ride. Hopefully stay out of the weather.
By late afternoon, the rain once again began to move in, so we headed out of town, this time with Troy in the lead.
So where are we, Troy?
Right back where we started, Jim. I
God,
couldn't see anything out of my glasses.
I'm
so
glad you're the road captain.
I might have missed 11. So this road right there we want to be on.
After several hours of riding the wet, muddy roads, we finally made it back to the hotel. Tomorrow, we would head north to Canada.
Involved in a motorcycle accident. I'm the biker on your side. I'm Fran Hosh, your attorney that rides. Motorcycle accidents get my experience, personal attention, and there are no fees and no costs unless you win. I've dedicated my career to helping accident victims and their loved ones. Your rights are my fights, and I'll never settle for less than you deserve. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, please call me at 866-LAW-FRAN or log on to lawfran.com.
Yuengling Brewery and OCC are American icons. They make great beer, we make great choppers. If you drink, please be responsible. Please don't ride.
It's time light beer got some character. 99 calories, 100% lager. Yuengling Light Lager. Rethink your light beer.
Let us know where you live and what you think of Born to Ride TV. Like us on Facebook and let us know. You can win prizes from Born to Ride.
It's Born to Ride's pre-Bike Week kickoff party at the Quail Hollow Entertainment Complex on Sunday, February the 24th. Are you ready to win some cash? There will be a $5,000 putting contest. There's beer and shot specials and great food poolside or inside. Check out and enter the 10-class poolside Born to Ride Super Bike Show. Come on out and get on TV while Born to Ride is TV taping and doing a magazine shoot. And live in concert, it's nothing fancy. The ultimate Leonard Skinner tribute band. Plus, Big Deal Live. This is a party not to miss. The last one had over 1,200 bikers. Vendors call now and check out the live entertainment every Friday and Saturday night. It's a ride destination every weekend for your group ride or your next special event. Quail Hollow has awesome food, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So whatever you do, be there Sunday, February the 24th at Born to Ride's pre-Bike Week kickoff party at the Quail Hollow Entertainment Complex in Wesley Chapel.
A quick check on the weather the next morning showed sun on Prince Edward Island. So we headed north, crossing over the world-famous Confederation Bridge just before noon. After a few more hours exploring the island's beautiful countryside, we headed back across the bridge to spend the night in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Beautiful day.
It's a miserable day.
It's about,
38 degrees maybe?
40 degrees, raining. Mist coming in off of the North Atlantic.
Any day riding's a good day. And if that's so, then this is a good day because a lot of our friends are back at work. And though they may be dry and warm, they're certainly not enjoying this.
Due to the cold and rain, we were forced to put our cameras away while we rode the 160 miles to Yarmouth. There we boarded a high-speed ferry across the Atlantic to Bar Harbor, Maine, where we spent the night. The next morning, rain once again forced us to put away the cameras, this time until we reached Front Royal, Virginia and Skyline Drive. It's been 11 days on the road now, and today's been the first day that it hasn't rained all day. We've ridden some 3,700 miles. About 3,000 of those have been in the rain, so it's refreshing to have sunshine and blue sky for a change. We've just arrived at Front Royal, Virginia, which is the beginning of Skyline Drive. We're going to ride south in the morning, 469 miles, ending up in Cherokee, North Carolina. So why don't you come along with us? As we rode up the mountain the next morning, it occurred to me that we were still all smiling and having the time of our lives. 11 days of rain had not managed to dampen our spirits. Camaraderie and brotherhood on the road had once again prevailed, and now sunshine, blue skies, and beautiful scenery were the icing on the cake. Skyline Drive twists and turns along the mountaintops for 105 miles before joining the Blue Ridge Parkway. Historic buildings, waterfalls, and beautiful roadside vistas invite you to stop a while and explore. Memories of work soon fade into the purple haze of a distant ridge and then disappear, leaving only a peaceful feeling that you are one with nature. The Blue Ridge Parkway winds another 469 miles along the Virginia mountaintops and into North Carolina, ending at Cherokee. At one of our rest stops, an old man shared some mountain lore, telling us of strange things that happened from time to time in the many tunnels along the parkway. As we approached our first tunnel, I couldn't help but smile at the old man's stories, and then I felt a strange tingling in the air and wondered if there might be some truth to them after all.
Wow, did you see that? Hey guys,
Are you there? Guys? Now that was weird. The next morning, we passed over the Cheoah Dam on our way to Route 129 at Deal's Gap, also known as the Tail of the Dragon. Passing by the store, we rode to the overlook and back on what was one heck of a roller coaster ride. After negotiating the road's 318 curves and 11 miles, we were ready for the long sweepers on the Cherohala Skyway. The Cherohala Skyway is for cruisers what the Dragon is for sports bikes. Nirvana. Reaching altitudes of over 5,000 feet, it extends from Robbinsville, North Carolina to Tellico Plains, Tennessee. By late afternoon, sensory overload had us heading for our cabin in the woods. After a long day in the saddle, riding the mountain twisties, we were ready for some rest and relaxation. A hot tub for our sore muscles would feel good too.
Representing accident victims for nearly a decade, and I've always wanted an office where my clients would feel comfortable and welcome. I'm attorney Fran Hosh, and I've also always been a fighter, never backing down to any insurance company or their attorneys when it comes to representing my clients' rights. Let me deal with the insurance company so you don't have to. If you've been injured in an accident, please call me at 866-LAW-FRAN or log on to lawfran.com.
It's Born to Ride's pre-bike week kickoff party at the Quail Hollow Entertainment Complex on Sunday, February the 24th. Are you ready to win some cash? There will be a $5,000 putting contest. There's beer and shot specials and great food poolside or inside. Check out and enter the 10-class poolside Born to Ride Super Bike Show. Come on out and get on TV while Born to Ride is TV taping and doing a magazine shoot. And live in concert, it's Nothing Fancy, the ultimate Lynyrd Skynyrd tribute band. Plus, Big Deal Live. This is a party not to miss. The last one had over 1,200 bikers. Vendors call now and check out the live entertainment every Friday and Saturday night. It's a ride destination every weekend for your group ride or your next special event. Quail Hollow has awesome food, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So whatever you do, be there Sunday, February the 24th at Born to Ride's pre-bike week kickoff party at the Quail Hollow Entertainment Complex in Wesley Chapel. It's here and ready for you, the all-new Born to Ride merchandise line. For life. Get yours today.
Born to Ride.
Screwy Louie's Porpoise Pub in Seminole is Pinellas County's most unusual drinking establishment. There's great food, live music, a $5 Biker Sunday breakfast buffet with drinks every Sunday from 8 till noon. Join Screwy Louie's Sunday Ride with a new destination every week. Wednesday night is Open Blues Jam. There's always something going on at Screwy Louie's Porpoise Pub, biker owned and operated.
Hey, Dale here from the Wheels Through Time Museum. I'm going to talk about an extremely obscure bike in Harley-Davidson's 100-plus year history, and that's called the Model W, invented by W.S. Harley in 1919. They made the bike for 3 years, 1919, 1920, 21. A lot of exports of this machine. Very few are actually ever seen in this country, and probably not many seen overseas. You know, W.S. Harley was actually, William S. Harley was actually responsible for many of the patents from the Harley Motor Company all the way through the years, including the 36 Knucklehead. But in 1919, Harley-Davidson, struggling for new markets around the world, developed the opposed twin-cylinder machine, hopefully trying to find the favor of women riders and young riders, built and developed this extremely unique and really extremely cool motorcycle to really diminishing sales by 1920 and 21. Only a handful of W models exist today, This machine is so incredibly original and it runs so well. I get it out regularly here at Wheels Your Time, take it for a spin. Our visitors love this thing. You know, the design of this machine really is so far separate from Harley-Davidson's traditional V-twin engine. Flat opposed motor, transmission actually sits above the engine, kickstart arrangement. I also think it's the only Harley-Davidson you can kickstart in gear. In other words, the combination of clutch and engine is quite separate than anything Harley ever designed. Lightweight, 3-speed transmission, very easy to handle, actually surprisingly snappy at speeds up to 45 or 50 miles an hour. You know, if Harley was going for simple construction, this is not the unit. The very unusual engine, lots of parts on this bike. It's actually one of the only Harleys with a in-the-frame fuel tank and quite a unique fork as well. Single band rear brake, chain drive, capable of speeds 35 to 45 miles an hour, actually quite smooth. It amazes a lot of people. You know, two things that really stand out about this motorcycle, one being the way it runs so extremely perfect, and secondly, the condition of this motorcycle. These fenders have never had a wrinkle, although it shows a little wear here and there. The nickel plating, the condition of the sheet metal, original footboards, original hand grips, you just don't see bikes like this today. You know, a lot of people ask where I find all these rare motorcycles here at Wheels Through Time, and have to give credit to this one, to a good buddy of mine, member of the Antique Motorcycle Club of America. Showed up at one of the national meets on a Thursday morning in Ole, Pennsylvania. Probably 10 or 12 years ago, I spotted this bike. It was really just running on one cylinder, had a foul plug. Purchased it from my buddy, put a new spark plug in it. Have enjoyed riding it ever since, and that's what I'm doing right now, going for a ride. You know, this old Harley sure is no dog, and it runs great. I thoroughly enjoy its low-speed maneuverability, 40, 45 miles an hour down the highway. Great for really any vintage meet. People always wonder, what is a W Harley? And now you know, right here in the Time Machine.
All right, people, we're here right now at the biggest, baddest Thursday night bike night you have ever seen. We're at Hammered Harry's right here on Route 60, right here in Brandon almost. Hey, listen, if you're not on Adamo Drive on Thursday night, you are a bunch of losers. Yeah, I know, I'm the DJ. Who cares about that? You guys need to be out here. This thing is rocking. Every Thursday night, be here. Hammered Harry's. It's the big-ass Thursday night bike night. We got it going on, baby. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. I'm coming for you. Don't touch that dial.
It's Hammered Harry's Thursday night bike night in Tampa with Born to Ride's Craven Moorhead as your MC every Thursday night with $2 beer specials and Twisted Tea. Happy hour is 7 days a week from 4 to 7 with an open bar. All you can drink, only $10. And Thursday, January the 31st is Super Thursday. And Born to Ride will be there TV taping and doing a magazine shoot. Support this bike night because they welcome bikers 110%. High Octane is the place to be every weekend with your motorcycle. It's the ultimate destination ride from anywhere. There's 3 liquor bars, a motorcycle shop, and get some ink at their tattoo shop. The High Octane Grill is now open. Check out the $3 Sunday specials with pot roast, mashed potatoes, and green beans. It's white linen dinners at picnic table prices. High Octane merchandise is also available, and it's just down the road from the Ozella Trail. It's the High Octane Saloon, home of Sassa.
Everyone was right, I was born to ride.
Born to Ride is a multimedia marketing and promotional machine with TV, magazines, streaming radio, and internet advertising opportunities. There are tens of thousands of motorcycles. We reach the people who ride them. Born to Ride. Find out more at borntoride.com.
But yeah, to everybody out there, anybody that wants to do anything with Born to Ride, unbelievable. The reason we've had probably 1,000, maybe more bikes here is because of Born to Ride being on the cover. Don't feel bad about spending the money. It's worth every dollar. Without them, I couldn't have had what I had today or last year or the year before. So they've done everything I've wanted them to do. This is more than I expected. So I want to say thank you to Ron and Born to Ride. And I didn't think it was going to be as busy as it was today, but thank you.
For all those people that are all smartened up talking Kiz, Arnie, and K-Fizz, Abe, and they know what's going on.
What you gonna do when Born to Ride runs wild on you, brother?
Like watching Born to Ride television? Like reading our magazine? Like us on Facebook.
Well, it's been 14 days on the road now. We've been hot, we've been wet, we've been cold. We're ready for a great end to our trip. And I finally met up here with Pooch at Trails End Luxury Cabins. Pooch, tell us a little bit about what you got here.
Well, it's a pleasure, number one, to have Born to Ride magazine to come up and visit us, especially Jim Miller, the hero of all the on-the-road videos, of which he sent me a few, so I got to meet all the gentlemen that are here this weekend. We're here in Blairsville, Georgia. We're about 100 miles north of Atlanta. I'm originally from Florida, ran a hog chapter down there, and I've created a little environment for bikers up here in the North Georgia mountains, and built so far 2 in the hopes of building 5 log homes that I rent specifically to bikers, and that's what I've designed them for. These are 3,000 square foot log homes with 3 fireplaces in each home, wet bar, pool table, indoor hot tub, a paved driveway, a heated and air-conditioned garage for your scooters so you don't have to leave them out into the weather, as these gentlemen have for the past 12 days, I've heard. And you're in the heart of it's a motorcycle mecca up here. You've got some of the top roads in the country, the Cherohala Skyway, the Deals Gap, Dragon's Tail, 318 turns in 11 miles. You've got Route 60, which is voted #1 road in America by Cycle World about 5 years ago. I mean, this is the place to be. I've tried to create an environment for the upscale biker who doesn't mind spending the same amount of money as he spent in Daytona for Bike Week for a room, and I'm giving you a 3,000 square foot home. So hopefully a lot of people will see this video and come up, enjoy the amenities that I've put into these houses. They are something that's not to be believed, and an experience you will never forget.
Well, I don't very often endorse places that I've stayed, but I've got to tell you, this is unlike any place that I've ever been, and I got to compliment you on the job that you've done here. It's just a phenomenal place, and if you're coming up to the mountains and you want a great retreat, give Paul a call, and he'll hook you up with probably the best accommodations in the mountains.
Thank you guys for coming up. I really appreciate it. Thank you.